Yes, sir. Chat, we are back live. How All right, guys, you know what it is. It's Monday, November 17th. And guess what, guys? You are listening to The Coin Zone. I am your host, Crypto with Paul. I appreciate you guys for tapping back in on this Monday morning. We have a lot to discuss. All right. On the way in, like the video, make sure to subscribe to the channel if you guys have not subscribed yet. Okay? If you haven't done that yet, that's a little crazy. Make sure to do that for me. Let's get right into this topic for today. So this was a very interesting piece of news that I saw that I really just wanted to talk about this morning. Okay? Drum roll, please. What are we talking about? Well, it's on the screen already, so you guys already know. Introducing CMC20. No, that is not Christian McCaffrey. Okay, that is CoinMarketCap 20, crypto's first DeFi-enabled tradable index token. So, CoinMarketCap is proud to announce CMC20, the first DeFi-native tradable crypto index token on the BNB Chain. So, this is coming with Binance, your single trade gateway to diversified exposure across the top 20 crypto assets. Now, this is built in partnership with Reserve Protocol and deployed by ListedDAO, now available on PancakeSwap and Trust Wallet. So a lot of different moving parts here, a lot of different names in the mix here, but very, very interesting to see. Now, why do I think that this is very interesting? Well, I'll tell you guys. All right, first off, what's good, guys? All right, it's Monday, it's PMAT. It is Crypto with Paul. Make sure to interact with me, tap in, comment, let me know what you guys are thinking. I just believe, to me, boomers, etc., a lot of people like indexes. I like indexes. Okay. Traditionally, when it comes to the stock market, it's something that people easily open up. So I think in crypto, I just think it's a solid idea. Now, what I wanted to turn to real quick was this, because the only basically I feel like, now I'm going to ask Grok in a second, but outside what BNB and CoinMarketCap are doing, if I'm not mistaken, there's not that many other options out there, if not any, for a crypto index. So this is Coinbase. Coinbase has a Coinbase 50 index. So the premier global benchmark index for digital assets. You could track the market. Now this is the top 50 on Coinbase's account. Currently sitting at 395.05. The new standard has arrived. A transparent, reliable index for tracking the crypto market designed by the most trusted and only publicly listed crypto exchange. Very interesting. And here is their public breakdown. This is interesting, guys. So the top 50 right now on Coinbase. So 50% is going to be in Bitcoin, 22% ETH, 9% XRP, a little Sol, a little Doge, and 9%, almost 10% of 45 other assets. I mean, that's an interesting breakdown. I wonder if that... Yeah. I mean, these concepts are very interesting to me, guys. Let's just go back to CoinMarketCap and keep this moving because they have a series of tweets. Why now? Okay. With 27 million tokens and 50K new launches per day, the market is noisier than ever. That's for sure. CMC built an index that helps users access the core of the crypto market via a transparent, investable benchmark. It's crypto's version of the S&P 500. There we go. Very interesting. Tracks the top 20 largest cryptocurrencies by market cap. So this is going to be interesting, guys. 20 index, top 20 index compared to a top 50 index. I'm curious to see if more come out. I'm honestly very curious because depending on how well these do, I think is going to be movers for if others tend to follow suit with this. But man, it depends how much liquidity these things can drive. But this is a DeFi play, according to CoinMarketCap. This is not Coinbase, for example. This is DeFi enabled. It's brought to you by PancakeSwap, Trust Wallet, Reserve Protocol. It's very interesting, guys. A DAO. I honestly like to see this. CMC20 launches with full ecosystem support, trading on PancakeSwap, minting and redeeming on the Reserve app, ongoing integrations with sexes, dexes, wallets, platforms, and fintech partners, upcoming lending and yield generation utilities for CMC20 holders. Very interesting. You can earn yield as well. Now, here is Binance calling it out themselves. They're like, yes, Queen, CMC20, we did it. CoinMarketCap, full ecosystem support. Very interesting. So, Grokky Poo, how you doing this Monday morning? Well, how many crypto indexes are there? Grok says there is no definitive, universally agreed upon total for the number of cryptocurrency indices worldwide. As new ones, well, maybe I should have specified more. CoinDesk, here we go. Indices, CDI, maybe ones that are investable. Yeah, I mean, indices, CME, Bitcoin, uh, maybe a top 20 index, CoinDesk. Okay, so very interesting there. CoinMarketCap is not here. Interesting though, guys. There it is, CoinMarketCap, CMC. So there are other options, guys. Okay, and of course they're with, you know, a third party, a central authority. But that's normally where those offerings come from. And I think the reason why I wanted to talk about this, why I think it's big, is because you're gonna have a lot of, you know, boomers, etc., that are gonna be interested in things like this, I think. Because traditionally that's what you see. Indexes are a good idea, and it's about time that we start to have DeFi native indexes in the crypto space. Really cool to see. So chat, let me know what you think about this in the comments. Is this something that you would buy per se? Let's say a Coinbase 50 index or the CMC20. Is this something that you guys would buy or recommend to someone to buy? It's very interesting. You know, it's a good way to get exposure to a lot of different assets, and it's a good way to diversify, because if you have all your chips, all your eggs in one basket, and you know that one doesn't run as hard as a couple other ones in a similar market cap, etc., then you could be missing out on gains. So it's never a bad idea to spread things around. Or you could take the opposite approach, which is just kind of pick a few winners and go with that. And diversification could potentially actually working against you in some cases. So it's all depending on what your strategy is, guys. That is primarily it. But at the end of the day, it's just very interesting to me. And shout out to CoinMarketCap for doing this. And the fact that it's DeFi is so cool to me. I'm gonna be curious to follow this throughout to see how things go. And I think Binance was a great partner with this because they just have a good global reach. And DeFi is not really native, or shouldn't really be native to a specific region in a sense if it's going to be global. So I'm just a fan of this. I'm curious to know what you guys think. Everyone on the stream with me right now, let me know in the comments. Genuinely, what do you think of this? If you would ever buy this, I'm genuinely curious to see what people think, because I know in crypto a lot of people become maxis. I feel like, or maybe if you're not a maxi, you're all in on a couple projects. You start to get tribal, which normally what happens, communities get pinned up against each other in cryptocurrency. It could be very silly. But if you can do away with all of that and just focus on the long term, it could help provide some clarity. That's always my strategy right there, guys. Yeah. So once again, chat, let me know in the comments what you think about this here. The other thing maybe I want to go to real quick, which is big news. Okay. Trump administration reviewing proposal to allow the IRS to access and tax Americans' foreign crypto account data. Now, this is counter to everything that we've been hearing, bro. Trump administration reviewing proposal to allow the IRS to access and tax Americans' foreign crypto account data. This is absolutely the opposite. Everything we're hearing is, oh, no, we're going to abolish the IRS and you're going to have no tax on American cryptos and all this and that. None of it's happened yet. And now we're getting threatened with this. So this is not good for anybody. So we're going to have to keep our eyes on this. There's also a couple other things that I wanted to discuss. Bitcoin, guys. Okay. Speaking of Coinbase, Bitcoin is up 0% on the year now. Peter Schiff, if that's your uncle, you're officially going to Thanksgiving dinner and bro is going to clown on you. We were very bullish and positive about what Thanksgiving dinner was going to look like in October. Quote unquote, October. Right, guys? It is what it is. Yeah, thanks for the laughs, October. King, what's good? King, thanks for tapping back in. God damn, bro, this laughing audience is a lot. I thought it was going to end at some point. They just kept laughing. They really thought October was that funny. You guys are laughing at liquidations. Oh, that's funny to you? Thanks. Great. Yeah, King, what's good? Good morning. This is what we're looking at. All right, it's not good. What is going on in the markets? It's going to be a rough Thanksgiving this year, guys. Unless you're like freaking 100% in Bitcoin. The big theory right now, the big thing, the big debate right now is, are we in a bear market? Are we already heading towards the 4-year cycle? And Bitcoin only people tend to think so. I saw a video recently of Leia Halpern, who someone ran into her on the streets of probably the UK or Miami or something. And she tends to think that we're in a bear market. The best time to buy crypto again is going to be in Q4 of 2026. And we're only going down right now. And she started to take profits on her Bitcoin. I think she said in like June, July, August, September, maybe, and then told everybody to do the same and that Bitcoin's going to go down. Well, I mean, I guess she was right. We're at 92K, guys. Erased all of the gains of the past year. We're up 2% now. So at the time of that tweet, we're now up 2%. But, I mean, completely wiped out all the gains. It's been a rough year, okay? I felt like the beginning of the year started out crazy. Everyone's like, 2025, we were freaking right. Bleh. And then just crypto just kept falling and falling. And now ADA's at 47 freaking cents. What's the gains of ADA the last year now? Negative 35, guys. ADA was up over 100% for like a majority of the year, I feel like. Now we're down 35% on the year. That's absolutely crazy. Yeah, it's not fun to watch your bags go down this low. It is not a good feeling. If you can hold through that and then continue to buy, you might be a psychopath. And you might be watching here on the Coin Zone. And guess what? I'm a psychopath too, because I'm still here, guys. So we're all in this together, okay? We're all going to watch stupid Netflix documentaries about serial killers. And that's it. Stacktober. Well, it could be freaking Stackvember too right now. If anybody has money left. I mean, Jesus Christ. Don't have a good one for November. Yeah, it's time. It's time to stack it back. Ooh, I like that. Stack it back. That sounds like a freaking commercial right there. It's time for the all-new sales event, the Stack It Back sales event. The Christmas time sales event, the Stack It Back. If you're not in DeFi, def be DCing. Yeah. Yeah. If you have the capital, guys, DCing is the best strategy. And again, if you have the capital, because it seems like everyone's like, bro, yeah, buy the dip with freaking what? I got to sell my kidney. Okay. I got to lend out my freaking bone marrow so I can buy some crypto right now. That's where we're at, it seems like. Okay. We'll see if the market flips. If anybody has any other good news, let me know. There's a lot of things happening, okay? And a lot of them aren't really that good. So, yeah, just a lot of things to keep our eyes on for today, guys. Maybe one of the things that is bullish that we can get to is our favorite bald man seems to be very bullish still. Shout out to Brian Armstrong. Brian says the biggest crypto law in U.S. history is about to pass, and I'm assuming he's talking about the Clarity Act, the biggest market structure bill that we will ever see. Probably, number 2 would be the Genius Act that we already got this year. So this is very, very big. Now, a lot of people have been hinting that we were going to possibly get this in October, maybe November, and then the freaking government was like, you know what, we're not going to work for a little bit. All right, we're tired. We're going to chill. And now here we are. All right, the government just got back. They're back to work. And now Paul Atkins and Trump and Scott Bessent, they're like, let's get it. So maybe we will see, okay, crypto law, market structure, Clarity Act pass before the end of the year, before Christmas. Maybe that will be a poly market or a Kalshi bet. Will the Clarity Act pass before Christmas or before the end of the year? We'll see, guys. It's going to be an interesting one. It sure will be. But, there's a lot of things to focus on when it comes to news right now. And again, just looking at the markets, guys, I mean, ETH is almost down to 2,900. Tom Lee thinks that ETH is about to break off into its own little thing, do its own thing from now on, hopefully lead altcoin season. I mean, Casp at 4 cents is ridiculous to me. Wow. That is a generational trade in 5 years. Casp at 4 cents, bro. Stop it. Yeah. All these prices are crazy right now. I did not ever expect to see these prices in November of 2025 right now. I have to be honest with you guys. And I'm happy I'm saying that because we're just learning still. Avi is doing some very interesting things. They had a big announcement that was interesting. They have their own app coming with higher lending opportunities and yield opportunities. Very, very interesting there. Avi is now down on the year as well. Yeah, I mean, things are getting shaken out right now, guys. Weak hands are getting shaken out right now. So, it's important to stay here and stay strong through it all because there's so much happening. And if you guys follow us and subscribe to us here in the Coin Zone, I'm sure that you will also be chilling and confident and not scared and not shaken out because you will know what is happening in the markets because we keep you informed. So, speaking of privacy, right? Because privacy is such a big goddamn sector now. And it will explode very soon, right? Zcash going crazy, Dash, Monero's making a hot surge now. Let's talk about Midnight. Okay, so Cardano founder Charles Hoskinson explains at the Midnight Network Summit why many expected the Trump administration to be a magic net positive for the crypto ecosystem, even if it has been a little unhelpful so far. Now, again, that's what we're saying, right? So we're going to get positive legislation. Trump's been great, but everything's down. Why? So let's just listen to this clip.
Everybody entered,
Charles.
Myself included, 2025 thinking that the Trump administration was going to be
Chat, let me know if you can hear Charles
magic
right now.
net positive for the ecosystem because he's literally U.S. government has become a bag holder.
Ultra
like,
Justin,
that's the
what's
biggest
good?
Economy in the world, and it's gone from trying to kill
King
crypto.
Ultra, let me know if you can hear
crypto.
Charles in this video.
But sometimes by having the big guy hug you, they hug too hard,
okay,
and they love too much, and it kind of crushes your ribs, kind of like Lum from Goonies. So what we're having to contend with is the U.S. government, in a very hand-fisted way, has been, in some cases, a little unhelpful to the industry. So it created an irrational exuberance, and it interfered with our normal 4-year cycle that we have. And we're trying to sort all that stuff out.
Yeah, and it's good. I think listening to Charles it's always good to hear Charles' perspective. Especially when it's not even Cardano related, when it's just his overall take on the markets. Just because Charles has been in the game since the very beginning. The guy has seen everything. I saw him. He did a live stream yesterday, whenever it was, where he was talking about the prices being down so much, and he just started laughing. Like, bro has seen this story play out countless times again. It's opportunity in my eyes. I'm locked in, guys. I'm not like, well, I tried, I didn't make money in crypto, now I'm walking away. Like, no, I'm locked in. I'm still here. And I'm gonna be here. Even if I didn't even see price action on some of these things for the next year or two, I would still just be DCing into them. Honestly, like I was talking to somebody about this yesterday. This 42-year-old guy was really picking my brain about cryptocurrency and stuff because he knew I was all about it, and I can talk for freaking generations about all this stuff. So I was talking with Zero off about Bitcoin, etc. And one thing I said to him, he said it clicked, and he's like, "Fuck." Oh, excuse me. I'm sorry for cursing. He's like, "I'm sorry." He said, "Now I kind of get it. That just made sense." But what I said to him was, what did it for me when I first got in was understanding that some of these projects, it's like investing in Amazon in like 1999, investing in Apple before the iPhone came out. If you get in now, what's it gonna look like 10, 15, 20 years from now if you held? That's the opportunity at play here, guys. This isn't, ooh, this meme coin or this project is gonna get me rich in 7 months, or I'm gonna, day trade or swing trade, and then in 12 months I'm gonna be rich. Good luck to you. I'm not saying you can't do that, but damn, that's not the strategy. Manufacture short-term bear market to accumulate at good numbers? Yeah, I mean, we've seen that movie before. Could that be what's going on? Maybe, because as we talked about, it's not even that much retail in it. It's mostly these big players. So, yeah, I mean, to your point, King, maybe they're out here doing manipulation. Wouldn't be surprised. Got a lot to think about with this. But shout out to Charles. Interesting to see. Let's move back over to Coinbase real quick. And today's top gainers. I don't even know what Metalos is, guys. Coinage I've heard of. I don't know some of these. Top losers. Interesting. Also, chat, let me know what you think about this. Let me actually search for this real quick. I think Adam back just said something. Is it yeah, back? Adam back just said, I don't know if he tweeted it, but he said Bitcoin, the whole quantum thing, and this is pretty interesting actually. I think, yeah, I don't know if he said it, but Adam back just said, damn, I'll try to find it. Just said basically that the whole quantum threat, he's like, no, like Bitcoin, we have like another 10 years or so until that's an issue. Which is much different. People are like, oh shoot, we gotta figure this out like now. By the end of 2030, if we don't figure it out, like Bitcoin is gonna be cracked. So I don't know. I mean, Adam back obviously knows a lot more than the average person, guys. The guy wrote what, Hashcash back in the day that contributed to Bitcoin overall. Right? Let's see. Adam back is the inventor of Hashcash, a proof of work system proposed in 1997 to combat email spam and denial of service attacks. It's a lot of interesting stuff. The whole privacy thing that's happening right now is blowing my mind because why now? Why is this coming out of nowhere right now? Why hasn't this been a narrative so big in the past before? And maybe it was. We were all just missing it until one coin had good price action to wake us all up, because that's the only thing that anyone cares about is price action. All of a sudden, something 10x, and we're all like, what's going on in there? Oh, Zcash. Oh, privacy. Meanwhile, when number didn't go up, we're all like, who cares? Freaking poop coin. Let's get it. Freaking, come on, guys. I'll be honest, I like this laughing track. It goes for a freaking long time, but I feel like I'm in an episode of Drake or Josh or something on that. Drake and Josh. And Drake just said something stupid. Do you guys feel me on that one? He also worked with Satoshi and some early Bitcoiners on the code switch side. Watch documentary with that guy. He's crucial where we are. Yeah, I mean, Anabac is huge to the development and everything. You know, even Zcash came out of a movement from someone in the cypherpunk community. So these guys, these early developers, whether it's Adam Back, you know, Hal Finney, whoever the hell else you want to throw in the mix. I mean, there's a lot of guys. But man, I just imagine being there since the beginning. That is crazy. If Satoshi's alive, I wonder what he thinks about the space right now. It is interesting. People who don't know crypto, which is like 90% of people, when they ask me about it, they sometimes regret they asked me about it because it's so confusing and intricate. And that's what it is. But you and I know here best that we know what's happening in the future, because if we didn't, then I don't think you guys would be on stream with me right now. We wouldn't be spending our time discussing cryptocurrencies as an investment for the future if we didn't think that these things had positive impacts. So that's really all I got for you today here on the Coin Zone. As you guys know, I'm your host, Crypto with Paul. Make sure to follow me on X. Make sure to subscribe to us on YouTube on the Coin Zone. And stick around, guys, because we will have obviously more content for you as well. Charles is top tier. King, thanks for letting us know. Maybe tag Charles in the comments. We've been trying to get him on the Coin Zone for an interview. So definitely trying to make that happen. But yeah, guys, I'll be back later today. Make sure to tap back in. We'll see what the markets are doing. We'll see what's going to happen. Let me know about the CoinMarketCap situation. In the meantime, I do think that is very interesting. Just once again, it's interesting to see these options that we now have with CoinMarketCap, you know, TradFi options as well, Coinbase, etc. But yeah, guys, that's about it. I'll see you guys again soon. Make sure to tap back in then. I'll see you.